This video highlights the experiences of several individuals who have successfully moved from a nursing facility into a home in the community. All transitions from nursing facilities to the community are carefully planned for each individual.
In community living, it truly is being a member back in your community. You may live in a home, but your life can be in the community.
The biggest difference is that services are individualized. Everything is based on the individual's needs, their health, their likes, their dislikes.
Each person that we have placed represents a story. We could tell so many stories about the experiences that people have had after they have moved.
Boy, with Kenny, there's no boundaries. There's no end to what you can do. I mean, every day I hear more and more about what he's getting involved with.
It is the best that ever happened to me.
I do see a man who's now seems to be a whole person and enjoying life now. And it enriches not only his life, but the staff too, to see someone, sort of come out of their shell.
Being able to interact with him in an environment where he seems just happier, where he seems well taken care of, where he seems loved, quite honestly, just means everything to us.
I think she likes her autonomy. I think she really would rather be her own person. And good for Pat. We don't want to smother her as an adult. We want her to be her own person.
I'm very happy there. I will like it for the rest of my life.
It's awesome. I mean, I can't ask for a better outcome. Robbie could teach all of us a lot about ourselves and about life in general. And I think that anybody that was Robbie actually would have a pretty good life.
It just blew us away when we walked in because it felt like home. It felt like a home. It didn't look, it didn't smell, it didn't appear to be a facility. It looked like a home. And we really felt from the very first, upon seeing it, that if Scott was happy with that, it would be a good home for him.
I thought it was so nice. I was very happy when I first saw it. As we were going up the front way, and I can wheel myself up to the door. It has a kitchen. It has a table. I do my laundry. I clean my room every day. I make my bed every morning. Of course.
All of my dreams came true in my new house.
The home is beautiful. It's a one-level condo. It's very personal. It's very comfortable. It's in a beautiful area. It's very comforting, very normal.
The house has this sort of atmosphere that everyone just like family. We all get along really well. And the stability is there, and that a lot of times is needed in a home, you know what I mean? He knows who comes, he knows who goes.
I think the most important thing is everybody's program is based on who they are. Every individual has their own individual goals, and their program is revolving around them and what their needs and interests are. At the home where Robbie lives, there are 5 individuals who live in the home and 3 direct care staff, one of being a nurse at all times, 24 hours a day.
I see him smiling and laughing a lot. I think it's good for him, I really do. He just really enjoys his music, which again is his own. He has his own room. So when we put the music on for him or the TV on for him, it's for him. And it's not 3 TVs that he's trying to sort through these sounds.
He doesn't look like he's in an institution. He'll have his chinos on with his plaid, says he's going out to his day program. They get him laughing. They get him enjoying life. The other residents there, most of them are a little higher functioning than him. And they take him under their wing and are just so warm and loving to him and so protective of him. We'll go over and rub his hand, and he has the best life because he's the biggest flirt. If you whisper in his ear, forget it. And he has the best life now.
For Dan, moving into River Drive, I think allowed him hope, because I don't think he really had any hope in the nursing home. Moving into River Drive has just made a world of difference. I think it's brought him back to the person he was years ago.
When there was the opportunity for Dan to move into the community with the nursing support that he needed, he was fairly apprehensive. He wasn't sure whether it was a move that he wanted to make because it was out of area. Dan was fully convinced after seeing a video of the home and really realizing that it wasn't moving to another institutionalized setting. He was going to be in a home that looked like a home, that had a back patio where they could grow flowers, a beautiful backyard. He would at times be able to just sit out there and enjoy being home.
I am so pleased to say that since 1998 until the present, we have placed over 1,100 people in community homes throughout the Commonwealth. This is one of my proudest accomplishments in my career at DDS, and I have a connection. Even though I work at the central office of the department, I feel like I have a connection directly to those people, and that I have helped in my small way to make better lives for people. And that is so important and rewarding to me.
When a person decides that community placement is right for them and their family is on board, there's a whole process of showing the person the home, having the person spend time with staff that's identified in the home.
They're learning about every single diagnosis. They're telling you where the trainings are, so if you want to learn more about it. They're pulling in different people so that you feel that we're all in this together.
There's staff on a 24-hour basis to meet the needs of the person living in the community. There are typically awake overnights for most of the more intensive homes that we have. There may be more than one overnight.
When he has a need, it gets attended to immediately. If he has to use the urinal or get on the toilet, attended to immediately. If he wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning because he wants to get out of bed, he's gotten out of bed. If he wants to eat breakfast in the morning and shower, he's into the shower. If he wants to sleep till 8 o'clock in the morning, he can sleep till 8 o'clock in the morning. His safety and his medical needs are being met, I have to say, 99% better than the nursing home ever did.
And they have that ability to access adaptive design services, things that are out there that would make life much easier for them that we take for granted. Call bells, devices that can speak for them. Special wheelchairs that are adapted for them. We also have whirlpool hydrotherapy that we can use for any medical reasons. We have shower trolleys. All these things are electrically operated, so service providers can give the services without injuring themselves and or the individual.
Some of the biggest fears actually are safety. And safety is of prime importance. It's the fire alarm. It's the adequate staff, it's the overnight staff. It's people who care about that individual, genuinely care about that individual. It's the screening process that agencies go through to hire people. In our system, they will be safe. We have a lot of oversight to make sure individuals are safe.
They are just a super staff, let me tell you. I think they go above and beyond. From the times I've been there visiting, they go out of their way to accommodate Pat, to make sure that she has all the avenues open to her to expand her life as a person. They engage her in a lot of different things, and I'm just very happy about that.
The first concern was what was good for him. Does this fit what his needs are? Him being in a facility that was easy to get into, easy to get out of, was a great relief, I know, to me. The staff is quick to notify his primary care physician, which is someone locally based in the community who knows Scott, knows the family, or to take him to emergency or into hospital if that's indicated. There's no reluctance on their part whatsoever to do that. That's been a big relief. We feel very comfortable with that now.
In our more involved homes, our medical model homes, you would have not only staff who are working on goals and objectives as identified through an ISP or through the transition planning process, you would have a nurse who's on staff to help with those identified skilled nursing needs that are part of the more medically fragile people that we are now serving in the community.
I once worked in the nursing home that Robbie lived in when he came to us. He did have an extensive medical history. He still has an extensive medical history, and his issues can be severe. We've all managed to really stay on top of everything that he's managed to throw at us because we're right there with him. There's only 5 residents. There's 3 of us at all times. We're right there, and every medical problem that he's come up with, we've managed to get early enough that it never became a real issue. We've had him for 2 years now, and he's stayed quite healthy, and his medical issues don't get beyond the beginning stages.
When Dan first moved in, they thought he had to be on oxygen 24/7. But when they move in, it's trying to figure out a new schedule, and do they really need this? Maybe they don't, and he didn't. And so he could focus on doing fun things and getting out of the house. And he's a lot happier now than he was 4 years ago.
At the nursing facilities, a lot of time everything's focused on their health, and that is a very important aspect in everybody's life. But we also look beyond the health and look at their interests and their vision and what makes somebody happy. And a lot of times when somebody's happier, their health is better. We want to make sure all their medical needs are met, but we also want people to be happy.
Community living typically means that a person has more control, more choice on a daily basis of activities that they want to participate in, of menu planning, grocery shopping, all the things that we take for granted that in a nursing facility are done by others.
When Patty moved out of her nursing home, she just took on a whole new meaning for herself. By living where she is, she has the opportunity to help plan the menu. And something that Patty always wanted to do is lose weight. She wants to eat the things that are important to her to eat, and something that are nutritiously, and yet give her the opportunity maybe to lose a few pounds in the process.
I'm hoping to learn how to cook pretty soon. I want to cook spaghetti, fish, chicken, hamburgers, turkey burgers. I can decide healthy food, like salads.
I think anybody living in a home versus a facility has the opportunity to make their own choices, do the activities that they want to do.
It's all about getting into the community, feeling you're part of the community. You belong in the community. And you need to be looked at like you're part of the community and respected.
Well, I have more independence. With Kenny, he can do anything he wants. He can go to the mall when he wants. He can go to a movie when he wants. He can go to a museum when he wants. It's his life. I started a website, the Traveling Wheelchair.com.
He has a great quality life. He goes to music festivals. He gets to go to, birthday parties, outside. He gets to go to a day program 5 days a week. And I just think for him, it's just increasing the quality of life, but still keeping him safe. And now he has a sense of community.
I got a a text message from Suhaila, who manages the home, and had taken Scott to his Dayhab program that day, and actually was there watching him get up in a walker. And she captured like a 10-second video clip, and she sent it to my phone, to my cell phone. So I'm sitting in the middle of a meeting and get buzzed that I've got a call coming in. I just go to the call to see what it is, and I see this video of Scott standing up in this wheel, in the walker. And I told Suhaila I wanted to just jump right on top of the table in the middle of the meeting at that point.
Smaller environments mean that a person can really express their desires and their wishes, and there's staff support available to help them see those wishes come to fruition.
Dan joined the traveling band, and his thing is singing. He loves to sing and knows just about every song out there. So they have one person that plays the guitar, and then one of the guys who plays the bongo, and there's another guy who plays the harmonica, and a few of them sing. We looked into where they could go and maybe perform for somebody. And then one of the nursing homes said that they thought it would be a great idea if they came there. And people seem to enjoy it. And Dan thoroughly enjoys it.
One thing that I would love to say is I haven't worked with a family yet that felt like they made the wrong decision. And I'd love for them to meet other families so that they can see that this was a decision they avoided making or didn't want to make. And once they made it, it was the right thing.
And the only thing I'd say to another parent is don't get too secure and too safe like I did, and even like Kenny did, get too secure and too safe. Because you're going to be holding back your child, or you're going to be holding back an opportunity for a wonderful life.
You're scared of making that wrong decision because you treat it as if he was your own child. And the last thing I would ever want to do was make a wrong decision. And I know that with the service coordinator that I had, she cared about him deeply, and we did it together. And it's awesome now.
At first, I was scared, and then when I moved, I was all right. I made it.
It is wonderful.
I think Scott's smile kind of says it. He's happy, and so are we.
The impact of this initiative, this endeavor on people with disabilities moving out of nursing facilities, improving the quality of their life, and really providing them with many more opportunities and a much richer life. I think that impact is remarkable. They can describe a whole world of fulfillment and joy that was not present in the nursing facility setting in the same way that it is in the community.